Hey you guys, and welcome back to Dr. Holloman's music class. I wanted to get on here and do a real quick video on some of the use of AI you can do in your music classroom. I've been delving into the world of AI in music classroom here lately, and I wanted to do a series of videos to that extent on some of the things that I've been doing, some things that I've been researching, and some of the new stuff that I've been trying. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you can keep up with new videos that are coming out. I put out a video on how I use ChatGPT to create an escape room. Please excuse the video quality on that one. I'm trying some new things with a different computer here, and I was just testing something out with that one, but I had recorded it several times. I didn't feel like doing it a fourth time, so we're trying something a little different. Hopefully the quality is a little better on this one, but I wanted to get into a AI chatbot that I was able to use to give my kids a chance to have conversations with historical composers from all across history. And before we get into that though, make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video so you can keep up on the new content that I've got coming out. You can check out the old content that I've put out, YouTube channel, TikTok, all of the above. You can find me at Dr. Holloman's music class. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the website that I was talking about. It's called Deep AI, and I would not recommend going right to deepai.com and search a composer. So this is how I find them. You do Deep AI and then the name, at least the last name of the composer. When you do that, it'll bring up the composer. So for example, I've got Haydn up here right now. So let me pull that up, and you can see here it pulls up Joseph Haydn. And then from there, the kids can have a conversation. So what I do is I have them, when we're talking about the composer, we do an activity with it. The last thing that I do is their conversation with the composer. So I say, hey, write down any question that you would want to ask. Just anything on the planet, as long as it is appropriate. So I don't give them any limitations other than the question needs to be appropriate. So if it's not something that you can talk about in school, let's not ask a question about it. But I've had questions for these composers. We've done Beethoven, Haydn, Handel, Mozart, all kinds. And they've asked things like, what was your favorite music that you've composed? What was it like to live during that time period? What was your favorite food? And I even had one third grader ask Beethoven what it would be like to ride a musical dragon. They've asked them to do math before, like asking some outrageous math questions. So they have a lot of fun coming up with questions, and it takes a while to get through all of them, especially if you have a big class. So maybe it's something you could, if you have a big class and you don't have a lot of time, you can put them in teams to ask. So what's really neat is when you ask the question, I'm just going to go general. How are you today? So let's just ask the general question. How are you today? And you can see here it actually comes up with an answer. And if it's a composer from another language, like here, I find that with the German composers, the Austrian composers, it will include a few snippets of their language when they're saying like mein Freud, my apologies, things like that. So what is your favorite composition? Okay, I'm just going to ask a general question, and then it'll pop up another answer here as to what their favorite composition is that they have done according to Deep AI. Haydn, of course, everybody knows that he was a bit of a prankster. He loved playing pranks on people. So he's saying that the Surprise Symphony, which was his favorite, which I agree. That's one of my favorites too that he's done. That and the Joke, and he's got all kinds of the Farewell Symphony. He's got all kinds of fun stuff out there because he had quite the sense of humor on him. So that is one of the composers that we've done. We've also done, like I said, you can look up Beethoven, and when you do look up a composer, it actually has some suggested composers on here. So for example, I'm just going to click on Claude Debussy, and so here's Claude Debussy. What was it like to live in France? Question mark. And then of course Claude Debussy, the AI is answering as if it is Claude Debussy. And I always have fun with the kids because of course I read them the answers as we're going, even though it's displayed on my smartboard. And so when it comes up with a really long answer like that, I kind of look at them like, you would ask this kind of question, and just to give them something to giggle about. So the kids have a lot of fun having conversations with these composers. And I mean, really, I haven't found any limits to the composers that it has on here. And of course, it's generating an AI picture for you to look at. Once you get into so many composers, it kind of will veer off of that composer. But like I said, I'll just type in Deep AI Beethoven. And look, there's Beethoven. I just type in Deep AI and the name of the composer. Boom, you've got a composer. And if you're watching this and you're not a music educator specifically, or if you are but you do other classes that you know, like say you're also doing English or English lit or something like that. Look, they got Edgar Allan Poe right there that you could get into. So they've got. I really, honestly, I haven't found any limit on the ones, and I have found no paid subscriptions that I've had to do. I have had no limitations, and I've been using Deep AI for a couple of years now for the kids' conversations with them. And like I said, I have found no limitations. It has not asked me to pay for any subscriptions. It does, obviously, you can see from the screen, have ads all over the screen. But again, that is, and you can click off some of them, but that is a small price to pay for these kids being able to have some really, really cool in-depth conversation with these composers. So again, I haven't really found any limitations to this. The kids have had a lot of fun doing it. So I just wanted to share that with you. Like I said, this is going to be a quick video. I wanted to share that with you and give you an idea of what I do and how I'm incorporating AI into my classroom. And like I said, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe so that you can keep up with upcoming videos that I have. And go check out my YouTube channel. I've got all kinds of stuff. I even have archives of when we were virtual back during, you know, the big C. And I had to do virtual lessons and things like that. Make sure, as always, to go check out my website at lmhmusicteacher.wixsite.com/mysite, and make sure that you are following me on TikTok and Instagram so that you never miss when I am mentioning that I am uploading some new videos. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like I've already said, I can't say it enough. This is only possible with you guys supporting me, and I appreciate all of you guys that do. So if you have any questions or a video that you want me to do for you, if you've got an idea for a lesson that you would like to share, things like that, you can always contact me via my website, or you can leave a comment in this video here. So I hope to see you in the next one real soon. Bye.